Hello and welcome to today's English lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps, and close our eyes. When you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Excellent. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we'll begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then let's go down low. Touch our toes. And now, let's go back up high again. And this time, can we go tippy-toe high? And when we're there, let's have a wave. Very good, guys. And then back down to touch our toes. Hands on hips. And let's have a wiggle. Side to side wiggle. Stop. And another wiggle. Side to side wiggle. Stop. And now backwards and forwards. Forwards, backwards, backwards, forwards, forwards, backwards. And now we'll go round and round. Round and round. Round and round. And stop. Now back the other way. Round and round the other way. Round and stop. And to finish, let's shake it out. Shake it out, guys. Arms and legs. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Very good. So we'll do 5 claps before sitting down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great stuff, guys. Have a seat. So in our previous English lesson, we were learning about a certain type of word, guys. Does anybody remember what we call action words in English, beginning with V? Verbs. Verbs. Well done. And we spell verbs V-E-R-B-S. Verbs. Now previously, in lessons gone by, we were learning about normal verbs. And we refer to them as regular verbs. Yes, they're verbs that have normal rules to follow so that we can spell them in past tense form. But in the previous lesson, we began to learn about non-normal verbs. Does anybody remember the term we give for non-normal verbs? Not regular, irregular. Okay, so let's write that word on the board. R, R, E, G, U, L, A, R. Irregular verbs. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to give an example of an irregular verb, because what we'll do now is we're going to have an exercise for students to practice changing the irregular verb into past tense form. So guys, here's our first irregular verb. E-A-T. Eat. Now, can anybody remember how we turn the word eat into its past tense form? Eat becomes ate. A-T-E, ate. Eat, ate. Irregular verb, past tense. Excellent, guys. So what we're going to do now is we'll ask our students to close their eyes. When they wake up, one of them will have a pen and there will be an irregular verb on the board. Our students need to turn that word into its past tense form. So let's see. First of all, we need a word. Okay. Let's open our eyes, guys. Who has the pen? Lakgau, come and join me at the front. So you can see on the whiteboard, I have drawn another irregular verb. What word have I drawn, guys? Drink. But how can we turn drink into its past tense form? Drunk. How do we spell? D-R-A-N-K. Excellent, Lakgau. You see, the irregular verb drink, the past tense form, drank. Drink, drank. Drink, drank. Lakgau, that was excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Lakgau. So now, let's have a look at another irregular verb word. Let's see, what can we go with now? I know. Okay, let's open our eyes, guys. Who has the pen now? Prel has the pen. And there's another irregular verb word on the board. What is that word, guys? Run. So how do we turn run? Like, we don't say, I run yesterday. I ran yesterday. Prel, how do we spell ran? R-A-N. Perfect. Run, irregular verb. Ran, past tense. Today I run. Yesterday I ran. Prel, that was excellent. High five, big round of applause for Prel. So teachers, you can see the exercise that we're doing in our classroom now. You can pause the video and play on in your class for around the next 10 minutes. And always use a different irregular verb and then have another student come forward and write the past tense form on the board. And if they can't remember, all of the students in class can help. So for the next 10 minutes, play on in your class. And we're going to continue playing here. So now we need another verb word on the board. Okay, so we have another verb word on the board, and now we need another student to help us. Okay, so let's open our eyes, guys. Who has the pen? Down. Come and join me at the front. You can now see we have another irregular verb on the board. What do we have, guys? What do we do every day with our pens? Write. And how do we turn the irregular verb write into past tense form. We don't say yesterday I write. What do we say? Yesterday I wrote. So how do we spell? W-R-O-T-E. W-R-O-T-E. Perfect. Irregular verb write. Past tense form wrote. Down, that was excellent. High five. Big round of applause for down. Okay. Next word, next student. Let's see what comes next. Let's open our eyes, guys. Net, come and join me at the front, because we have yet another irregular verb. What is our irregular verb, guys? Fly. Okay? So irregular verb, fly. Flew. Excellent. And let's help Net. How do we spell flew? F-L-E-W. Perfect. Don't forget to give F its tail here. We need a cross F. Perfect, Net. Well done. Fly. Flew. Fly. Flew. Perfect. Net, that was excellent. High five. Big round of applause for Net. And we'll carry on. Let's have another irregular verb. Okay, now we can look, guys. Who has the pen? Pakbung. Pakbung's turn. So what verb word can we see on the board now? Buy. Pakbung, if you can stand this side, please. So what do we do if we buy something already? We don't say buyed, we say bought. Excellent. This morning I bought some apples. So how do we spell bought? B-O-U-G-H-T. Excellent. Buy. Bought. Buy. Bought. Irregular verb. Past tense form. Pakbung. Excellent. High five. Big round of applause for Pakbung. And I think we have space for one more on the bottom. So let's see, what word can we use? What can we use now finally? Okay, let's open our eyes, guys. What word do we have? What word can you see on the board? Build. Okay, so Pat, can you stand this side for me? How can we change the irregular verb build into its past tense form? We change one letter, and I'll give you a clue. It's the final letter, letter D. Built. Excellent. What do we swap D for? T. T. Build becomes built. Okay, so Pat, can you spell built for me? B-U-I-L-T. B-U-I-L-T. Perfect. Build. Built. Build. Irregular verb. Built. Past tense form. Excellent, Pat. That was brilliant. High five. Big round of applause for Pat. Okay, 2 students left. What words can we come up with? Let's see. Okay, I think we have, do we have space? We can do some here. Okay, and now it's Nadia's turn to show us how we can change our irregular verb It's a past tense form. So now, what irregular verb do we have, guys? Catch. Okay? Catch. But how do we turn catch into past tense form? Catch is irregular verb. Catch. Caught. Okay? Catch. Caught. So let's spell together. C-A-U-G-H-T. Excellent. Well done, Nadia. Catch. Caught. Catch. Irregular verb. Caught. Past tense. Perfect. And Nadia, very well done. High five. Big round of applause for Nadia. And we've now got one student left. So let's think of one more word that we can use. Okay. So let's see who's next. Now, it's Stu's turn to come and change the irregular verb to past tense. So what word do we have on the board now, guys? Stu, can you stand there? Take. Take. Okay, but how do we turn the irregular verb word take into the past tense form? Took. Excellent. Yesterday, I took some grapes. So T. O again, another O. Perfect. And then finally, took. So we can say take, took. Take, irregular verb. Took, past tense. Chu, can you speak? Take, took. Take, took. Excellent. Well done, Chu. That was brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Chu. And a big round of applause again, guys, because that was great. Irregular verbs are hard, so that was well remembered. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at a video presentation so that we can better understand and learn the difference between some regular and irregular verbs. So let's take a look, guys, at the video screen. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the video presentation so that we can better understand about regular and irregular verbs. And remember, regular verbs are the ones that have rules for spelling in the past tense. Irregular verbs don't have rules. We just have to learn them as we go. And now it's time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up, guys, and push in our chairs. And I think for this sequence, we'll play a game of Teacher Says. So let's listen, and if Teacher says, we can do. If Teacher doesn't say, don't do. Teacher says, put your hands on your head. Teacher says, hands on hips. Hands on head. Teacher says, touch your knees. Stand up straight. Teacher says, touch your toes. Teacher says, arms in the air. Teacher says, stands up and arms in the air. Okay, very good. Teacher says, arms down. Teacher says, arms up. Teacher says, one arm down, one arm up. Teacher says, swap. Teacher says, swap. Swap. Teacher says, both arms down. Teacher says, turn around. Teacher says, back the other way. Back the other way. Excellent. Teacher says, let's go into a little walk. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump. Teacher says, jump. Excellent, guys. And teacher says, sit down. And teacher says, it's now time for our flash sheet part of the lesson. So teachers, what you'll need to do is print off all of the flash sheets for this lesson. And what we're going to do is we're going to introduce the vocabulary to class and have our students practice speaking. Because what we're going to help our students do is learn how to use irregular verbs in past tense form in sentences. So ready, guys? First sentence coming up. We don't have to think of the words yet. We can just look at the blanks. They, something, pizza, last month. Okay, very good. Now we'll have a look at the next flashcard. She, something, a telephone. Okay. So that's 2. We have 6 in total. She, something, juice, yesterday. 3. They, something, sport, last summer. They, something, yesterday. Okay. And our final sentence. He, something, a picture, last night. Okay, so we've got 6 sentences on the board. And it's important to remember that when we're doing this activity, it's not just irregular verbs. Some of the verbs are regular verbs too. But what we need to do is we need to turn them from the original form into the past tense, using some of the rules that we've learned about recently. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw or write the original verb word underneath the picture. Then I will ask a student to come forward and change that verb into the past tense form to complete the sentence. Understand, guys? So let's go with our first verb word. What do we think? They, something, yesterday. What does it look like they're doing? I'll give you a clue. Homework could be a good idea. Or S-T-U-D-Y. Study. Now, I'll ask my students to close their eyes. And when one wakes up, they'll have the pen. They'll need to change study into the past tense form to complete the sentence properly. Because if we say, they studied yesterday, that's not quite right. That's the base form of the verb. So who can go first? Okay, let's open our eyes, guys. Who has the pen? Down. Come and join me at the front. You can stand this side. So, guys, we have the verb word study. What do we need to do with verb words that end Y? What do we do with Y? Perfect. This is what's known as a regular verb because it has a rule. So can you write the past tense form on the top? S-T-U-D. And then what do we do, guys? I-E-D. Perfect. Excellent. So all together, guys, we can say they studied yesterday. One more time. They studied yesterday. Past tense form. Down. That was excellent. High five. Big round of applause for Down. Okay, so now onto our next flashcard. What does it look like they're doing, guys? Eat, exactly. But do we say they eat pizza last month? Not yet. We know we don't say it, so let's see who can come and do it. Well, how do we spell the verb word eat? E-A-T. Okay, so let's see who can change that to the past tense form. And now it's Net's turn to come and show us how to change eat into the past tense. So Net, come forward, and to write on top, can you use black for me? So what do we say, guys? We don't say they eat last month. They ate last month. And how do we spell ate? A-T-E. Okay? So you can A-T-E. Excellent. Well done, Net. So we say they ate pizza last month. Altogether, they ate pizza last month. Can you say, Net? They ate pizza last month. Well done, well spoken. High five. Big round of applause for Net. So teachers, you can see the activity that we're doing on our boards here. You can pause the video now and you can play on in your class with your students. There are 6 flashcards in total, and it's a good idea to have a different student practice each time and then have all of the class practice speaking together. So now we'll have another student. So let's see, next flashcard. She, something, a telephone. No? No? How about if I say buy? She, buy. So let's see, we need blue. She, buy, B-U-Y. Okay? So now we need somebody to change buy into its past tense form. So let's see who we can choose. Okay, who has the pen, guys? Now the pen is with Prel. Do I say, I buy a telephone yesterday? No. I bought a telephone yesterday. So can we help Prel? How do we spell bought, guys? B. B-O-U-G-H-T. Excellent, Prel. That's very well spelt. So now, let's complete the sentence together. She bought a telephone. She bought a telephone. Very good, Prel. That was excellent. High five. Big round of applause for Prel. And now on to our next flashcard. She something juice yesterday. Drink is the verb we're using, but when we move it into the past tense, we don't say drink. We won't say it. But you're right, the verb we're using is drink. Excellent. And now we need to turn drink into the past tense. So let's see who can help us do it now. Okay, so now it's Bang Bon's turn to come forward and show us how to turn drink into the past tense, which is, we change one letter, guys. Which letter do we change?
Drunk.
Yes, what letter do we change?
Drink.
I. We changed letter I. What letter do we replace it with? A. We say drink, drank. So D, R, A, N, and then finally letter K. D, R, A, N, K. Perfect, Bangpon. She drank juice yesterday. She drank juice yesterday. Perfect. Bangpon, very good. Well done. Big high five and round of applause for Bangpon. Okay, we've got 2 to go. So let's see. What do we think they're doing here, guys? Play. Okay, we won't say the past tense yet, but you're right, the verb we're using, play. P-L-A-Y. Now, who can help us change play into the past tense form? Okay, so Lakgow's turn to come forward. They played sport last summer. Not quite right. We have to do something with play. What words do we need to add to play? No. Remember, if Y has a vowel before it, P-L-A-Y, perfect. If the Y has a vowel before it, like A, we don't delete. P-L-A-Y-E-D. Excellent, Lakgow. That's perfect. So all together, guys, they played sport last summer. They played sport last summer. Lakgoww, that was excellent. High five. Big round of applause for Lakgoww. Now, our final flashcards. He, yes, draw is the word we're going to use, but it's not in the right tense. We need to change it. He, something, a picture last night. So how do we spell draw, guys? D-R-A-W. Draw. And how can we change draw into the past tense? So let's see who can help us. We have to change one letter. Only one letter we need to change. Pat, come and join me at the front. So we don't say draw, guys. What do we say? Drew. Excellent. And how do we spell drew? D-R-E-W. D-R-E-W. Excellent. He drew a picture last night. He drew a picture last night. Pat, excellent. High five. Big round of applause for Pat. So now we've got all of our flashcards completed on the board. Let's see if our students can decide if they are regular or irregular verbs. So guys, first one, study, studied. Regular or irregular? Regular. Well done, because we can follow the rule, delete Y, I-E-D. How about eat, ate? Is that regular or irregular? Irregular, yes. We have to change the word almost completely. But if you notice what we do, we take the E and we've put it to the back. So eat becomes ate, irregular verb. How about buy, bought? Irregular verb, yes, well done. Almost completely changes. No rules to follow. And how about drink? Drank. Again, it's irregular. Almost changes completely in the middle with one letter. Play, played? Regular. Why is it regular? ED, exactly. We have the verb rule that we can use to change into the past tense form, ED. Play, played. And how about draw? Drew. Irregular verbs. Excellent, guys. That was very well done. And well remembered too about regular, irregular verbs. And now it's time for our worksheet activity. So teachers, you'll need to print off one worksheet for each of your students. And what our students need to do is they need to look at the verb and the past tense form and match them together using the lines, similar to the board exercise in the previous lesson. And then finally, there's a few verb words at the bottom. And what our students have are spaces to write the correct past tense form. But beware, guys, they could be regular or irregular. And what's the first thing to do? Write our names on top. And give our students around 10 minutes to complete this activity. So Chu, this one's for you. You're welcome. Pat, here's yours. Pak Boom for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Net, this one's for you.
Thank you.
Down, here's yours.
Thank you.
Bang Bun for you.
Thank you.
Prau, this one's for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Lakdown, this one's for you. So guys, names on top, and then try to match the verb, regular or irregular, with its past tense form. But I think mainly the ones we're dealing with today are irregular. Excellent, Nadia. Catch, caught. So can we find one? Can we match? Let's see what have we got, Pat. So we've got catch here, and then it's past tense form, caught. Okay, so what have we got? Swim, swam. Excellent. Name on top. Bang Pon, that's perfect. Well done. So, finally, the past tense form of sit. We can say, we don't say, I sit yesterday. We say, excellent, guys. Black guy, that's brilliant. Plow, very good. Excellent. We don't say, I sit yesterday. I sat. Okay, so write, eat. What did you do this morning with breakfast? I ate breakfast. So where is ate?
Sure.
Past. Sit, S-A-T, sat. Draw, drew, buy, bought, sit, sat, drink, drunk. Perfect. Sit, sat, drink, drank, draw, drew, buy, bought. Perfect. Excellent, guys. Let's see. Okay, so sit, past tense, change one letter. I, A. Excellent. Sit, sat. Net, okay? So when we want to say sit in the past, we change the I for A. S-I-T, sit. S-A-T, sat. S-A-T, sat. Excellent. SAT. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activity where they had to match the verb words together with their past tenses. And we're going to practice speaking one final time here. So ready, guys? Run, ran, catch, caught, swim, swam, see, saw, fly, flew, eat, ate, write, wrote, build, built. Excellent, guys. That was brilliant. And the final activity was the spaces for our students to write the past tense forms themselves. Sit, sat, drink, drank, draw, drew, buy, bought. Really good work, guys. Well done. And now, that's the end of today's lesson. So we hope you've enjoyed it, found it interesting, and had some fun too, particularly with the activities. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye? Bye-bye. See you again in the next lesson.